OmniScan MX2 training program, gate configuration. The OmniScan MX2 has 3 gates that can be visualized on the various displays by selecting the overlay gate menu. Gates A and B are for detection and acquisition, for measurement readings, and creation of the various C-scans. Gate I is a yellow gate associated with corrosion mapping and immersion tank applications that allow a synchronization on echo of the A scan, and gates A and B to float on the interface signal. Whether the gates are displayed or not on the various data views, they are active in collecting data all of the time and should be kept within the digitized range of the A scan and S scan. Under the gate menu, under gate alarms, we have a series of submenus for the various functions. For each of the 3 gates, we have a position and mode. The modes are either on pulse, which is the normal mode, or synchronization on echo, which is associated with immersion tanks and corrosion mapping that allow floating gates as the probe and surface interface distance changes. Based on the peak selection and measurement mode visualized in the readings, we can have a selection of either the first peak for measurement or max peak, and we can take also either the leading edge or the peaks. When selecting the various modes, it's indicated in the box for the reading. Red box equals gate A, green box equals gate B. Alarms associated with the gates can be for and or type functions, and they can output either an audible alarm, or they can be wired for external devices such as paint sprayers, encoding devices, automatic alarm type systems, and buzzers for the automated and integrator applications. Any thickness readings associated with the gate have a range of gate logic as well for the thickness reading. Specific readings for those applications, such as the thickness of the current data point, are visible in the reading for the option that's selected. The 2 primary functions associated with the gate are the readings, of which we have 2 groups of 4. Under the measurement menu, readings, selection of any of the 4 readings gives us the gate information with a series of readings and various statistics, also for positioning and trigonometry of the various functions for different applications, all based on either the amplitude or position of the signal in gate, either gate A or B. The second function, and probably most associated with the gates, is the C-scan generation. Under our display menu, any layout with an associated C-scan will have a boxed C, and that display then can be turned off or on independently. Here we see the C-scan based on the amplitude of gate A, and as I move the probe on the calibration block and change the target, we can see the detection gate A generating the C-scan for the various focal laws. Here we see the 45 on this scale all the way to the 70, and this represents time, or if we had an encoder connected, the encoded position. In an amplitude C-scan, we are converting the signal in gate A's amplitude for either its peak to a color pixel based on white 0% amplitude and red 100% amplitude. When we enter a time of flight or thickness C-scan, now the color pixel is based on a thickness. This is typically used for corrosion mapping and immersion type applications. When we set the gate position for the weld overlays, using the weld overlays for a weld inspection, we want to start the gate position where it enters the weld initially. When on a display that can display gate A, when the touch screen is in gate mode, the gates can be dragged and dropped directly on the screen. From the gate menu, the parameters can also be manipulated. So we're going to start our gate right where the sector scan enters the weld on the first half skip, and we will terminate the gate at the top of the second skip or right at the top of the weld. So we'll be covering the entire weld as efficiently as possible. We want enough range to ensure that the complete gate is covered, and we want our gate wide enough to ensure that the data in the C scan is representative of the full volume of the weld. On the right hand side panel, there's also a function key associated with the gate. Selecting the gate function key one time enables the gate parameters to appear in succession. As I hit the gate function key again, it will take me to start, width, and threshold of only the gates I have displayed under the overlay in the display menu. Under Preferences, the gates can either be grouped based on a group or a context. Under the context, it allows me a custom gate position for every focal law.